Hello, my name's Artrayu. Hello, my name's Naima. Hello, my name's...
And this is Selah. And welcome to our Christmas show. Yay! That was good. That was good.
Hey everybody, I'm so happy to see you guys today. Hey, Christmas is coming soon. You knew that, didn't you? Isn't that great? Are you excited? Good. So hey, raise your hand and why don't you tell me what's your favorite thing about Christmas?
When I get to open my presents.
Open your presents? Did you get me a present? Not yet? Okay. So the original Christmas story is really, really old. Okay, it takes place more than 2,000 years ago. Joseph and Mary were traveling through the desert together on their donkey, and Mary was expecting a baby what? Girl, boy? Baby boy. Well, nighttime came and there was no room for them to stay at the inn. And the baby was coming, so they had to find a place to stay really quick. So they went to stay in the manger where all the animals slept. And that night, Mary had the baby, and the little baby was Jesus. And when Jesus was born, there was a beautiful star way up in the sky. And that's why even to this day, people put a star on top of their Christmas tree. And that baby Jesus grew up to be a man who was so kind and so loving that he believed that every other person in the whole world was capable of being kind and loving too. And he believed that we should all try to live together in peace and harmony. What do you think that means, to live together in peace and harmony?
Everyone is like being nice to each other and no like violence.
Love that. It's a beautiful vision, isn't it? Everybody being nice to each other and no violence. That's right. So at Christmas time, we should make a special effort to be extra kind and loving to each other. And not just to our own family and friends, but to all the people, see, Anarchy agrees, to all the people in the entire world. Okay? So what do you think? Can we all try to do that this year?
Yeah.
All right, you know where a good place to start is? Group hug. Come on, bring it in.
Group hug.
Come on, give me some love. You're like, oh, did you take a shower? Yes, I did. Oh, come on. You didn't. At least you're honest. Come here, buddy boy. Come on, Trey. Give me some love, brother. There you go.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
What is this, rugby?
Okay, well, I grew up with a family of four. There was a family of 4 kids, and even though we were Buddhist, we always celebrated the spirit of Christmas. My parents always felt that that was important. They always said that blood runs up and down the same way. Doesn't matter what religion you are. And even though our family was very poor, we always seemed to have lots of gifts at Christmas time. But again, my parents always reminded us that it was a spirit and season of giving, and that was the most important thing. And then also too, when we were growing up, it may seem odd, but my parents would invite like the mailman to our house for Christmas dinner, and also the crossing guard, because they sometimes didn't have places to go. And so we always had an open welcome table. And again, we were Buddhists, but we always had the Christian spirit instilled in us. So I still have in my heart Buddhist roots, but I think Christianity completes my life. So thank you.
Christmas was filled with lots of magic and wonder. I remember just laying on the floor staring at the Christmas tree with my brothers, just imagining all the gifts that we were soon to open.
Christmas when I was a child. We didn't have a lot, but what we had, we were happy with it. We used to string cranberries and popcorn to make, and we made all our little ornaments and things for our tree. And we always got one thing that we wanted, and the other things were things that we needed. That's what Christmas was like, but it was a lot of fun. We always had plenty of food, a lot of oranges and apples and nuts and stuff like that. And my mother used to make everything. And the reason I know how to do some of the things I do now is because of what I learned from my mother.
So Gina and Nick are brother and sister. Can you tell me what Christmas was like when you guys were little kids growing up?
It was fun. So fun.
I do fun.
Lots of family time. It's very loud in our family. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of warmth and happiness.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is great. This shows what it's like.
First, you have your family, and you're all adults except for. And so, opening presents when that time comes, it's pretty civil.
One would hope, Daryl.
Until the kids come. And
Once
then
the kids come, and you join families, and you see all these little balls of energy running around, tearing paper apart, and
it's fun.
that's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
And then you get a little older, or the kids get a little older.
It's quieter.
And they're quieter, and they're a little more or laid back, I should say. And so then, being the never growing old person, okay, let's shoot hoops with your gift paper. That's one way of getting them to help clean up.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was very special because it was rather humble because all we received basically from our parents were stockings that had an orange, a walnut, and maybe a nickel for my age because my older sister got a dime wrapped up. Anyway.
Alright, straight faces, this is serious mode. I think I got this.
Here we go. What was Christmas like for you when you were little?
Well, every year, we'd go to church for the candlelight service. We'd pick up Grandma and Grandpa, and the siblings would be home from college and stuff like that.
And Grandma Edith?
And we'd pick up Grandma Edith, go to the candlelight service, do some singing, have some fun. And then we go back home, and usually our aunt and our grandma sleeps over until Santa comes. And we open some presents.
And who is Santa?
Santa is Santa, okay?
You remember Santa?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What was Christmas like when you were a kid?
When I was small, I don't remember. It's just a long time ago.
It's all the traditional things like Christmas tree, and I just remember the silver tinsel and how we'd hang it in blocks. And then my dad would, kind of unstrand them and try to, and our Christmas tree was really like a homemade Christmas tree. My mom just saved everything that we made, and they'd all be hanging on the tree, and just so many good memories.
Well, I was raised Buddhist, but we celebrated Christmas and Easter and all the holidays with the Christmas tree and window decorations. What else?
Did you, didn't the Buddhist priest talk about the Christmas
story? The Buddhist minister would talk about Mary and Jesus.
Well, I'm from a family of 10 children, so Christmas was always a time when we would wait that morning to get up to see all of our stockings filled. How was Christmas for you as a kid?
Oh, I can't think of it. I can't.
You gotta say something.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't.
It's okay.
So one of my favorite Christmas memories from when I was little is my brother and I would wake up really early, like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but we had to ask my parents if we could get out of bed yet. No, go back to bed, go back to bed. So by about 6:30, they would let us out of our rooms in order to go check out what Santa brought us. And Santa didn't wrap things, so we got to see things right away. So it was that's my favorite earliest Christmas memory.
Interesting, Santa did not wrap things.
No, Santa, I don't know. At my house, he must have just been too busy to have to go to the next house. So He didn't wrap at my house.
Straight out of the sack.
Straight out of the sack.
I love that.
Yeah.
Bill.
When we were kids, oh, fantastic. Want something we look forward to. We both came from Hawaii, and there's no white snow, but I always look forward to the Christmas gifts, right?
Oh, yes.
And the family getting together.
So we just went to church and got our stockings. And that was, you know, but being out in the country, it was a big deal.
Okay.
And we were happy to get little stockings.
Do you remember what might have been in that stocking back then? Was it a
Always
piece of fruits?
orange
Yeah.
and apples and, you know, healthy things.
Yeah.
And then we'd go to church and they'd give us those little boxes of Christmas candy. And that was the highlight of Christmas.
And then after service, would you all go back to your house for some kind of Christmas dinner or
Well, I come
celebration?
from a family of 10, so it was always a celebration.
Okay. You had your own party just with the family.
Right.
When I was a kid, Christmas morning was wonderful. My brother and I would run out of our rooms and we would wait and see what Santa brought us, and we would go and wake up our parents and say, "Mom, Dad, Santa came." And then we'd open the wonderful presents that we got from him.
Christmas.
A Kindle Fire.
Wow.
Remote control helicopter.
I forgot, maybe like, I don't know.
We'll come back to you, right?
What's your favorite present you ever got for Christmas?
A Nokia.
Anoki, your baby brother?
Yes.
Aw, do you love him?
Yes.
It was when I was about 7 or 8, 7 I think, and I woke up to the sound of some whimpering and was like, "What the heck is that?" And we got up and plodded into the back room, and there in a box was a puppy for us. So we got a dog for Christmas that was with us for about 13 years after that too. So she grew up with us.
What was her name?
Susie.
Oh my gosh.
So
7 or 8 years young?
Yep, that was yeah. So that was a fun Christmas gift.
Showing you Santa doll.
Oh, that's great. Look at all the stuffed animals that Stan got.
This is only a fraction.
Louise, what is your favorite present you ever got for Christmas?
A teddy bear.
A teddy bear.
I remember I got this Transformer, and I still have parts of it. I mean, it obviously suffered the years, but was a space shuttle that turned into a pterodactyl, and then the transport for the space shuttle, the little pad that it rolls around on when it's on the ground, turned into a Puma. And it had batteries that you could put in there, and the Puma would walk. And yeah, that was the coolest toy.
My favorite Christmas present? No, I never had a Christmas present. I never had a Christmas present because we were too many in the family. Yeah. But it was nice. We had a really good time.
I remember that I really wanted this doll, and when Christmas came and all the presents were open and I didn't see it, I was a little sad. But when my dad said, "Oh, there's one more package behind the tree," and I was really happy.
I thought about. So I think it was really, I think it's the first one I can remember. And you may remember there was a television show called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And Mr. Rogers was great in that his whole message was about that differences are what makes life fantastic. And whoever you are, whatever you are, that's what makes you special, and that's what folks can love and care about you. So I really was a big Mr. Rogers fan, and he had this, for about 10 minutes they would go off to the land of make-believe. And the land of make-believe had all these puppets. There was an owl, there was the tiger, there were all these things. So that started in me a really early love of puppets. So I remember this Christmas that we'll put in the video showing when I got a puppet stage and 2 puppets. And that was just a big surprise, and I think a big think there was a nice connection with Mr. Rogers. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got a metronome.
That's very telling.
And that's I remember when I was 10, I got a pogo stick, and I thought it was amazing. The downside was that we were living in like sort of a townhouse thing on the beach, so it's not great on concrete. I don't know whether that was well thought out as far as a gift goes, but I was really excited to open it and get it.
Didn't work that much better.
I got moon shoes. I got and sand, also not great. I also got moon shoes that year. Similar problem. Wow, Christmas was fun. I used to love when we would sneak and try to find where my mother had hid all the presents. That was my favorite part, trying to discover where the presents were located.
I have a real good memory of this photograph my parents took. And now that you asked me that question, it's coming back to me. I have two older sisters, and we're all dressed in like the same sweaters. And we all sat on the couch, and we're all looking at a certain angle with all these same sweaters. And that picture is always so magical for me, because it always meant that we were together as a family. And I remember that my father worked a lot. My father worked a job, and he worked on the weekend. So having him home was really special, because he was rarely home. And we had him home, and I remember having a Christmas tree and decorating it with both of my parents.
Ever or Tina, do you have any favorite memories of Christmas past?
I have a lot of favorite memories, always with family though. Anything with family is my favorite.
Tradition?
Well, my father being a minister, it always related on Jesus. And so we always heard the Christmas story about God sending baby Jesus for us. How about you, Christmas? You gotta say something, anything.
Merry Christmas.
It's being filmed, Henry.
I know. I'm sorry.
I can tell you probably the best memories I have of Christmas is just having, when the kids were little and everyone was gathered around, and Annie and Kent would come over, and Cal and Kelly were there, Lauren and Kevin, and all the kids would just, run around and open their gifts. And it was a modest time, but times were good. I mean, family was very important. The tree wasn't lined with a lot of gifts, but the gifts that were there, the kids appreciated. It was a very good time.
Love that.
Well, I really don't remember that much about Christmas when I was little. I know that we lived on a farm, and I don't think we were, times were probably rough for us. So it's terrible. I don't remember celebrating Christmas that much.
Well, I wouldn't say this is my favorite memory, but likewise, my sisters and I, probably motivated by me, decided to get up really early one morning and check out Christmas gifts, but we didn't bother to wake our parents. We just opened them. And that did not sit very well with the parents. However,
What's your favorite Christmas memory?
My favorite Christmas memory. I guess what I remember is, as a little girl, I was afraid of Santa Claus, so I slept with the cover over my head, thinking Santa Claus would come in and check up on me.
And then I remember choirs, pageants, and it's so long ago, I don't remember a lot of the particulars of the pageants, but I remember choir, because I used to sing in the choir back then.
Do you want the bad Christmas story? Well, only...
Knowing that our audience are going to be Sunday school kids?
Yes.
Well, one year I was so excited for Christmas coming and probably ate a little bit too much, and the whole family was coming over to our house for Christmas, so I got a little physically sick.
Okay.
And I actually got a little physically sick. We went into the vent of the house. So needless to say, I was probably not my father's favorite son that particular Christmas when that occurred.
In my family, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, so there's 5 of us. So Christmas was always very lively. And I liked the way you always make the sugar cookies, the Christmas cookies, for us to decorate. We always had lots of sprinkles and silver balls, and my mom had to make so many, bake, I don't know, maybe close to 100 cookies. So all 5 of us had enough cookies to decorate, and then we put it out for Santa Claus on Christmas Eve.
I think for me, the candlelight service is special. I love everyone coming together with all the extended family. I think that's a tradition with a lot of our families. And so Christmas Eve, there's something about it that you can just feel the closeness and the spirit moving within and among people here, and the lighting of the candles is just beautiful. So that's a tradition that I love here at church.
Great.
Yeah, Christmas was very snowy and cold, and we had cold water, living in a cold water flat and stuff like that. It's hard to remember that long ago. But Christmas was always a happy time, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'd get presents and whatever they were. This is all in the 1930s, which was years ago.
1930s.
But, so it was always about family. So, but one of the biggest memories I have was when I was in college. I went to Singapore to visit my cousin Joan, and so they are 14 hours ahead. And I remember calling home on Christmas Day. It was Christmas Eve in Singapore, and hearing everybody talking in Chicago and opening gifts and knowing what the day was going to be like. And I think it was the first time I really felt like how important family really is, and just the community of a holiday. And I remember we all had jet lag, so Joni and Brewster were sleeping, and I was sitting and sweating in Singapore on Christmas Day night, saying this isn't Christmas because I'm not with my family.
And you're in your 20s then? How
I was
young were
I
you?
think I was like 21, and I really just had appreciation for just the family I came from. And then I think
How about when Dada? Can you guys talk about putting the star at the top of the tree? Any good memories about that?
No.
I might have.
No, I remember when Dada put all of you on his shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just have to bring up those Christmas memories.
Really funny is we started cooking on Christmas Eve. After a while, instead of the traditional Christmas dinner, we'd cook on Christmas Eve. After presents and Bible stories on Christmas Day, we would, and hanging out with each other for a little while, we'd go get Chinese food. That was the funniest thing, was this family that's all about food. My mother is Mexican, my father is black from the South, so soul food, Mexican traditional food, just as much as we could. We decided to switch it up. When I was about, I think, 12, we'd get Chinese food and then go see movies. Because for some reason, those are open. That was always tons of fun.
Christmas was a vacation time for us, and we took a family vacation, went skiing at Christmas. So that was a big, huge family tradition that we always were awake some part of Christmas we went to.
Nice.
This is memory?
Just one other tradition. Tyler and I have had the tradition for forever that in the holiday season we spend a night downtown and explore the city. As he's grown in age, what we've done has shifted and changed. Bill and his kids have started to join us, so it's a tradition in spirit, and what happens changes as age changes. So it's just a special time for us.
Sure, he could have a turn.
Okay.
But okay. So can I have a turn
No,
now?
how about the kids first and then
Okay, well then you had a turn, so I'm gonna say a turn. How about how I love?
Wait. How about I go first and you go second?
No, I'm gonna go first. Sorry.
Aw, I already go first.
I know you already talked. Could you like use the tape now?
Where's my tape?
Well, we always appreciate family, and whether my family's in California, but you know now we
I
have
put it in the garbage.
Naima, and it's become more special with grandkids. I think, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
mine, Jack.
And probably harder to get a word in edgewise.
You can't get away with
Again.
Thank you.
Yes, my family, we like to get together and have dinner, and then we like to sing. And so my favorite memory is when we were all together and we were just singing this Ray Charles song, like on the Bill Cosby Show.
And then I think the next memory is with John's family, and just they have many rituals, and one of them is reading from the scripture every Christmas Eve. And when my kids are old enough and my in-laws could pass them the Bible, I'll let them read from scripture. It was a big memory for me to see that they were passing on what the gift of Christmas really was. It was Jesus.
Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. John, you wanna riff on that, or do you
You
wanna?
stole my thunder.
That's never happened before.
I think the real story to that is, as a kid, maybe that wasn't the first thing that I wanted to do. We were all ready to rip open the presents, right? But you know, that was something that was important to my parents and for us both to just sit quietly as a family and to take turns reading that Christmas story. And so maybe it didn't have its profound effect till I'm an adult now, and I see the true meaning of Christmas, and that it wasn't so much in the presents, but like Tracy said, it's part of it is the family, and part of it is the birth of Christ and what he means to our family and what he means to each one of us.
Try you too.
Well, we open gifts Christmas morning and we eat brunch, right? Are we going to do pancakes this year?
Pancakes. Yummy, syrup, blueberries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a tradition?
Well, I think to begin with, we come from different families whose traditions for opening presents were different.
Oh.
So our family did it Christmas Eve. Elaine's family did it Christmas morning.
Christmas morning.
Oh.
So when we got married, we were like, no, Christmas morning. No, Christmas Eve.
So how did you handle that?
It was fine because, you open up presents once and then you have another time.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
but
So
wait.
I think we opened up one gift on Christmas Eve, right?
Oh, to keep up my tradition now.
And then
Right.
then we opened up
The
gifts
rest.
on Christmas morning too.
One of the many secrets to your happy marriage, right? That
Compromise.
Compromise. Well done.
Every year before Christmas, my mom and I would like to go downtown and see all the different windows and go to Chris Kendall Market and do a little bit of shopping and eat some schnitzel and drink some gold wine and that's something I continue to carry on to this day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We used to raise pigs so that we can kill it during the holiday season, and have a roast pig, a pig roast.
Well, we have like a tradition, like Josh and I switch off every year who puts a star on the tree. And so usually we fight over it because we don't remember who put it on last year. So that's usually like always a funny thing. And also we call Mom the ornament Nazi. Because Mom's very big, and on ornaments you have to put certain ones on certain areas and other ones on the front side, other ones on the back. So it's always fun, but it's always stressful to put on the ornaments with her. But that's like when we're all together and we work together to decorate the tree. So that's a good memory.
Oh, that's the thing.
As far as more recent, I think it's just really the excitement of the kids and just being with the family.
For me, we used to set up the tree with the kids with the Christmas song, of course, played in the background, and pop the popcorn, have a hot cocoa, and then we decorate the tree with the kids. And then when they're young, it just the joy of seeing them opening the gift and just love it. And then we just kind of taped it. I think that was the probably best memory.
Name them. Oh my god, I can't even.
Dasher, Prancer, Dancer.
I was thinking Sleepy Dopey Doc. Oh.
It's gotta be Rudolph.
Oh, sure.
Okay, an original reindeer.
Actually, my reindeer name is Ellen.
Okay, Ellen. I love that. We got a new reindeer.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Perfect.
Rudolph. He had to do a lot to be accepted.
My favorite reindeer is Prancer.
Prancer.
Honey, who's your favorite reindeer?
Minnie Mouse.
And who else?
Rudolph.
Who is it?
Rudolph.
My favorite reindeer is Rudolph.
Perfect.
I think the leader of the pack, which is Rudolph. Rudolph has the big nose, the red nose. He guides the sleigh all the time. So I think Rudolph is one of my favorites.
Good.
And I like Donner too. And Blitzen.
I think that I really, as a family too, I believe I speak for all of us when I say that we really do favor Rudolph.
Dancer, I actually like him a lot. He's got this sort of really lovely, gentle, sort of lively step about him. And actually, I get preoccupied with life, and I wish I could kind of be like him.
Rudolph, of course. Donder.
Donder and Blitzen.
It's good that you remember.
And last and easiest question. Who's your favorite reindeer?
Why is that an easy question?
That's
That's a
so
terrible
hard.
question. They're going to be so mad at whoever
Max,
we
who's
say.
your favorite reindeer?
Mickey.
Mickey.
Mickey is our favorite reindeer.
He's definitely.
I think that's the easiest answer. Mickey's our favorite everything.
Sounds good. Who is your favorite reindeer?
Rudolph.
All right. Reindeer.
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Why?
Because I see Rudolph.
I want snow for Christmas. Unconditional love from our families.
Yes, unconditional love from our families and
That's it.
peace on earth.
And he wants, what do you want? That's a
Oh,
fancy boy.
a dartboard too. I like a dartboard.
Just being together with the family. Yeah. And enjoying each other and understanding that my mom is getting old. And for her to be with us.
Able to join us, yeah. And then our kids are like moving out, getting married, and so just being together is really important. And don't get so CFB.
I know, well, you should talk.
I would have to also say it's just being with family, and as you get older, I don't think you want stuff anymore, but it's just being with the people you love and like, and that's the most
tolerant.
And Nick is saying, oh God, this family
Well, she's
is
gonna edit it. Okay, we're supposed to be really pure.
Okay.
You're talking all over my stuff.
Well.
For Christmas.
I really don't have any needs. Maybe a job for next year.
What do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas this year?
Oh, some good health.
That's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah, when you're old, that's what you want. Good health.
Thank you.
And what do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas this year?
Hoverboard.
Hoverboard.
Electric skateboard. Soccer ball.
For me, for Christmas, let's see. I just want a good year with my family of happiness, health, and memories. Good memories.
Nice. And
What I want for Christmas? Oh, no, I'm so lucky that I have a nice family. So let's see. Oh, I wish we all get together and have a good time.
Thank you.
Oh, goodness. This year, well, Christmas is no longer a lot about me anymore. More about this little girl. So what I hope she receives from Santa this year, from Christmas in general, is just a time with her family and her cousins to create memories that will mirror the ones that I had.
thank you.
Well, I always say to everyone within our family that for Christmas, all I want is for everyone to be happy and to have a loving and bonding family, and that's the thing that would be the greatest gift for me for Christmas.
Oh, geez. A day off. I don't. Yeah, that's good. New furnace.
Christmas.
What do I want for Christmas? Good health.
Well, all I want is have peace for everybody and that we live in harmony. So hopefully it will come that one day.
Anoki, what do you want for Christmas?
Just peace and happiness and some family time.
For Christmas, I'm getting a light up so it's candy in it. And for Christmas, for my other present, I'm gonna get ballerina shoes. And for my other present, I'm getting fluffy boots with a bow in the back and fluffy inside. It's comfy. And that's it.
What I want Santa to bring me. I just ask him for peace and good health, and ask him to keep his arms around all those that I love, and to help straighten out this crazy world that we're living in, where people are doing some of the horrible things to each other that they're doing. That's what Christmas is not about, that. And Santa is not about that. Santa is about love. If you believe in Santa Claus, this should be about love. It's for children. It's for us to celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas this year?
A craft arts in a box with lots of different crafts that I can do every year. And I want more Lego sets.
Okay, and Yasko, what do you want?
Oh gosh. I don't know. How about new pajamas?
Oh, new pajamas, that's good. So,
Sleep.
I want health and happiness for my loved ones.
Some peace. Just peace in the world. But I just take joy in the love that I'm surrounded with every day. And I just want to be that joy to others.
I want to share with the kids.
I can tell you what my wife would like to receive from Santa this year. She'd like to see one of the kids get married and get a little grandchild. But of course we have to follow the correct order here. Get married first, then have the grandchild, right?
Lane, is that on your Christmas wish list this year?
No.
No?
No. I just want my kids to be happy.
well, I wish that Santa would bring me a day when I get to make beautiful music with my husband Nick and my mom Sunny and all of my family and friends, and then we get to share that music with a big group of wonderful people. Oh, it looks like I already got my present because it's happening right now.
Really, this is going to sound cheesy. This is like the beauty pageant answer. Just health, happiness, and peace to my friends, family, and ultimately the nation. But I've gotten to a point in life where things don't matter so much, And so I really I love seeing other people happy. And as much hurt and violence we see in the news, it's real nice to see and feel the change.
The true meaning of Christmas is remembering why Jesus was born. And a lot has to do with treating each other with respect, kindness, and having peace in the world.
To me, it's my daughter was born on Christmas.
That's very special. Yeah.
A true meaning of Christmas is being with people we love and just spending time together and really appreciating what we have.
True meaning of
Because we have so many blessings in our lives, and just focusing on those.
It really is it's being with people that you want to be with the most, and everyone enjoying it,
And
appreciating it.
helping others who don't have as many blessings as we have, which we are trying to remember to do while we're so busy.
Oh, everything, especially since we're all together. That's the most important part.
What this means to you?
Well, it's just a reminder every year that God gave His only Son to save the world. And this little bitty baby would grow up to be the savior of the world.
True meaning of Christmas, I think, is giving. I like to, actually, I guess because I'm older, I like to give people things and see their reaction, see if they're happy.
It's obviously the birth of Christ and very special in the Christian world. A time when I think the entire world pauses and gives thanks for what they have and continue to hope for peace among the world.
The true meaning of Christmas is spending time with your family and friends and being grateful.
It's being together with the family and the ones you love. Like they say, it's not the presents under the tree, it's the people around the tree.
Oh, isn't he good? He must have
We can't add any more to
that. And being with our church family, it's really important, and I would really like to see my children come back to church and be part of it.
Nice job. But other than that, it's a joy to see Christmas when you see little kids at Christmas time.
I just feel so blessed this Christmas with my son and the addition of my daughter-in-law Lauren to our family and her mom and dad and brother. And I couldn't ask for any more, and I'm at a really happy place, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
For me, it's just love everywhere, and I love the whole Christmas scene. I even love the commercialism of it. It's just such a happy time, and to be with friends and family, and wish everybody love and peace, and that's what I hope for.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That everybody gets along, that everybody accepts people for who they are and what their beliefs are, whether they agree with them or not.
I could say it's reminding us that we're all God's children, and that Christ came totally helpless, and that we all have to remember all of us were infants and totally helpless. And so it's a wonderful reminder. And it's also great to see people on the street saying to each other Merry Christmas, including our neighborhood is Pakistani, Muslim, Vietnamese, everything. And they all say Merry Christmas.
Just being with family.
I think that's basically what is reinforced in us, is that the Christmas is family.
Well, the true meaning for me is it's a time to give thanks for everything that we have received and for the opportunity to also help others that are in need. I look upon this really as a culmination of Christ's teachings of love and compassion and humility. And we share that at this time of the year.
I think it's being able to be among family and friends and being able to celebrate the holiday. Again, I think it's peace as well, and hope and prosperity for everyone.
For me, I think it's giving and sharing and spending time with family and friends.
He embodied the love of God, and that we are here to remind us, all of us, that, you know, however you believe, you know, I'm not saying that it is always about love, and love being strength, loving kindness, loving there for each other. And so it's that stark reminder of that we really need love in this world.
For me, I think it's that tradition that my family pushes of togetherness. It really is about coming together and just being with each other and realizing that we're all one giant family.